My parents are Japanese, and my father, when he was a young person, actually traveled through Latin America and fell in love with the region. And so when he looked for a job, he specifically looked for one that would take him to Latin America. And this is how I ended up being born in Costa Rica. Then I went through a Japanese school education in Costa Rica. Believe it or not, there was a full-time Japanese school with about 60 kids from first to ninth grade. So a true village-style school. So I learned Japanese and basically had a Japanese education, even though I was born and raised in Costa Rica. And when I was looking for colleges, it was sort of natural to look into the United States. So this is how I came to the Bay Area. My background in some academic work as well as consulting has tremendously helped me in my work now that I'm doing with the nonprofits. So I am now the chair of the Asian Art Museum Board, and I'm also a co-founder and a board member of the Wildlife Conservation Network. I think that the fact that I grew up in a Spanish-speaking country like Costa Rica with Japanese parents really made me be able to see the world from at least two different eyes. And even though they seem so different, Japan and Costa Rica, there's also a lot of similarities, believe it or not. And so for me, having grown up in a situation like that, in a Japanese household, but in Costa Rica, really from early on, let me experience the fact that people may seem very different, and you need to understand this, but at the same time, there are some similarities no matter how different you may look. I am really fortunate here because I use my chopsticks to eat. I use my Spanish to communicate. And it's really the best of every world here. And it's so accepted and it's natural. And that is the beauty of it. As far as other individuals being here and able to contribute to this area, I think it's really, the strength of this area that allows everybody to be who they are. And so the acceptance and the tolerance is really what builds these communities to be stronger. And that is an attitude that is reflected in everybody, be it in the art field or conservation or technology. There is such a can-do, will-do attitude, and this is something that really inspires me about this area.